Okay, so it's time to set yourself up for a successful start here in the Hybrid Method Academy. And I'm going to talk about all the action steps required to be completed prior your onboarding call. So here's what we're going to cover. Step 1, complete the intro module. Step 2, join the community and introduce yourself. Step 3, fill out the important forms. Step 4, get the tools to track your progress. Step 5, schedule your onboarding call. Step 1, complete the intro module. You want to make sure that you get it done before you schedule your onboarding call. Now, this module will set you up for a smooth start in the program. And that's all we want, to transition smoothly. Also, this module helps you set the ground for building momentum, which, as you will find later, the first thing we need to focus on is creating momentum. You want to take one video, one assignment at a time. It's important to follow the order of this course, since its main purpose is to help you focus on the right things at the right time. So try to stick to the order of these videos and assignments, and don't overwhelm yourself by skipping trainings or going from video 1 straight to the end, or from video 1 right into the middle of the course, because that only leads to distraction and overwhelm. You want to block off time for it on your schedule. If it's not on your schedule, you most likely won't get it done. So make sure you block off time on your schedule for your own health and fitness journey. The same way you block off time for your work, the same way you block off time for your clients, for meetings. I think we can both agree that your health and body deserve some time and attention as well. And in order to make the progress that you want to make, you need to educate yourself and acquire the skills which are necessary for your transformation. And that does take some time commitment. Step number 2, join the community and introduce yourself. This private group is for active students in the Hybrid Method Academy and elite only, which means there are other people excited to meet you who most likely share similar goals, deal with some challenges that you have been dealing with. So know that this is a safe place for you to connect with other hybrids. Share wins, share your challenges, ask questions, but also practice some leadership by supporting others along the way, welcoming new students in the group, sharing your breakthroughs with us. So you will find the link right below this video. Pin or bookmark the group and make yourself at home. You want to make sure that you keep the notifications on, or turn the notifications on, and save the group so you can get quick access to it whenever you need. Once you're in, say hi, meaning introduce yourself through a short intro video. And basically, once you watch this welcome video and complete the quick assignment, which is how to put together the intro video, you're set. The assignment is literally creating that introduction video of yourself. Now let's talk about the differences between the two Facebook groups. The Hybrid Method Academy, VIP members only, this is exclusively for our VIP hybrids, and it's the safest place to share yourself authentically. People in this group most likely understand what you've been going through, and you'll quickly realize that you're not going to be alone in this journey. Yay! This is also where we stream and post the replays of our live weekly mastermind calls. In case you miss one, you want to make sure that you come back and watch the recording if it's a topic of interest for you. This is where you can ask questions and get support daily. Aside from one-on-one access to your coach or the group chat, you can also use the group to get support that you need. When you use this, think of other people, because when you post in this group, it will stay there and other people will benefit from it in the future. This is where you post your filmed exercises or workouts to get coaching whenever needed. Again, when you do it through this group, it will be helpful for other students as well, as you most likely will not be the only one not executing some of the exercises perfectly. I've personally been there, so no shame around that. That's how you get better. This is where you have the opportunity to share wins, tips with other fellow hybrids. You also can do this in the Hybrid Method community, THM community. This is where you can cheer on and support other fellow hybrids as they share this journey with you. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, however, take your hybrids with you and go together. Now, when it comes to THM community, this is the group where interested people who are lurking from the sides and our VIP hybrids bond. Most people here are on the fence. They are interested, but probably not really committed yet. But it's a great opportunity to make new connections and give value. The members of THM community, most of them have tried conventional fitness and health approaches, but failed. They're looking to learn more about what we do and perhaps find a sustainable solution for their goals. It's unfortunate to see how many people were failed by most of these mechanized approaches that don't take into consideration one's past traumas, emotional status, lifestyle. So my hope is that one by one, we can help more people in this community to really change their perspective on health and fitness. Because this is not a hard thing if you get the right support and guidance in the community around you. This is where we post free resources and trainings that people can take and use for their own benefit. Most of these free resources are life-changing when people actually implement them. The purpose of this group, of this community, is to inspire and support others who don't think they are ready yet or don't think they can do it yet. So please, I encourage you to share your wins from the Hybrid Method Academy and THM community. Sometimes people don't believe that it's possible to really transform their body. They lose hope after they try so many fads. And when you do share your wins, you get to show them what is actually possible. You get to inspire people. Step 3, fill out the important forms. You want to complete these forms right after you're done watching this video. Before you go ahead and watch the next training video, please make sure you take your time and diligently complete these 2 forms. It's going to be the nutrition questionnaire and the starter questionnaire. There will also be a few more forms to fill out throughout this module, but these 2 are the most important for you to complete as soon as possible because it helps our team to build and customize your program. And when you do this, when you fill out these forms, you want to avoid rush and distractions. So really try to eliminate anything that could potentially distract you from filling these forms and be fully present because we really want to make sure that we get the most accurate answers from you. So right below this video, you'll find the links to the form. So click the link below to access them and fill them up. Step 4, get the tools to track your progress. What you don't measure, you cannot improve. One thing we do here from day one, we start tracking and measuring progress. Many people want to lose weight or build muscle or both, but they don't even know how much protein and calories they're eating in a day versus how much they're supposed to eat for their goal, for their body type and lifestyle. Besides measuring and tracking your food, in the beginning for awareness, you need to check your weight. You need to check your body composition, take progress pictures, take body measurements, and you need to do that consistently. Consistent tracking equals predictability because knowledge is power. Knowing how your current habits and choices impact your progress gives you and us the power, the awareness that we need to make the right adjustments that help you accomplish your goals predictably. So it's important to keep the finger on the pulse. Predictable progress. How do you get that? Well, by consistently tracking, CT, consistent tracking, plus the right strategy. When you consistently keep the finger on the pulse and track things and follow the strategy, you will create predictable results. It's like in business. You track your number of phone calls or conversations consistently, and then you know your conversion rate. You know how many conversations you need to get going per day or week in order to get the desired outcome. And fitness, most of the times, is similar to business. You track, you make the necessary adjustments, and stay consistent to get the results that you want to get. Tool number 1, a digital food scale. And you want to look for one with AA or AAA type batteries or a rechargeable one. You want to avoid the scales with coin-type batteries, as those run out quickly, and sometimes are harder to find too. Avoid the scales with the removable platform, like this one. Those are more susceptible to break, and oftentimes these scales seem to mismeasure and give you inaccurate numbers. If you travel often, a pocket food scale might come in handy. We have sometimes students that we work with who travel a lot. Well, they get this type of scale. It's light and sleek and eliminates any excuses. I put a couple of options right below this video, so make sure you check the links below for options and get yourself a food scale if you don't have one. Tool number 2, body measure tape. You want to look for one with an easy to lock pin or hook, which is digital or manual, because you want to avoid the regular tape measure, like this one here, if you're going to take your own measurements. If you don't have anybody that will take your measurements consistently, you want to stick to the first, this one, or second option. Either one works just fine. The manual myotape is the most reliable and it lasts forever. I've personally been using the myotape and I can confidently say that it's the most reliable. The electronic digital ones can sometimes mismeasure. The battery dies, and the third-party apps, because these have an app, sometimes have bugs. They have some issues. However, what I like about the electronic ones is that they just give you the actual number on the screen, which is nice. It's easy. And again, I put a couple of options right below this video, so check the links and get yourself a body measure tape. Tool number 3, body composition monitor. This is optional. You can check if your gym has one that you can use, but I say optional because we already check a lot of variables that tell us whether you're moving in the right direction or not. We look at progress photos, body measurements, body weight, volume of work that you get done every week in the gym. And all these variables give us the information that we need to be able to help you make the necessary adjustments. So it's nice to have it, but it's not 100% necessary. Another thing that you want to know is that usually commercial gyms offer body composition scans as part of your membership perks. So check with the front desk at your gym to see if you could get a scan in every single week, ideally. Or if that's not an option, see if you can get that done every other week or once a month. That works as well. It's important to know that none of these scales, monitors, are accurate. They all work through bioelectrical impedance analysis, okay? And that relies on water. Often people get too emotionally impacted by the numbers shown on the screen of these devices, but just know that none of them are 100% accurate. The ones that you see on the screen, they all use BIA, which is bioelectrical impedance analysis, which is basically electrical currents moving through your body's tissue, through muscle and fat at different rates. And usually body fat has more resistivity. The currents move slower, whereas muscles that have more water allow the currents to move faster. So as you can already see, the numbers can easily be impacted by the level of hydration. So just take it with a grain of salt. We only want to use this tool just to have a baseline of how the numbers are changing over time. Even though they're not accurate, it does help to see the trend of your body composition. Now, if you choose to get one, and if you choose to check your body composition weekly, or bi-weekly, or monthly, whatever, you always want to use them under the same conditions. Example, at the same time and day, so you pick one day of the week and make sure you stick to the same time. On an empty stomach, you wake up, don't eat anything, you go to the bathroom, don't drink anything. So keep it simple. Just for you to be aware, just know that there are different types of body composition monitors. There are the ones that scan your full body, like this one, upper body, like this one, or lower body only. All these work. However, it's important to know that different types of monitors give you different numbers. For example, if you're someone that holds on to more body fat in the legs area, but has a more toned upper body. When you use the device here at the bottom, the numbers might be higher than the numbers you would get from using the monitor right here in the middle. That is mainly measuring body composition in the upper body area. Ideally, I would get one that has both, like this one. It measures your upper body and lower body. And I added some links with some options of each type right below this video, so go ahead and check that out and get yourself one if you do want one. Tool number 4, body weight scale. And this is a very important one. If you don't already have one, you will need to get yourself a body weight scale. If you don't want to get a body composition monitor with like full body or lower body, because these have platforms that you can step on and already have a scale, a body weight scale incorporated. So if you choose not to get a body composition monitor like that, make sure you at least have a body weight scale in your house. Know that any model works, just use the same scale consistently, because sometimes these scales have issues as well. For example, your scale at home can show you one weight and the scale at the gym might show you a different weight. Tool number 5, blood pressure monitor. Highly recommended if you need to lose more than 50 pounds. Before we design and suggest any exercise or nutrition regimens, we want to make sure that no one is at risk. So if you know that you've had high blood pressure in the past, or you're dealing with high blood pressure, please let us know as soon as possible. High blood pressure can signal a risk of heart disease, stroke, or some form of metabolic syndrome. Some pharmacies actually offer blood pressure checks for free. So if you go to CVS or maybe Walmart, if you don't want to buy your own monitor, feel free to use the ones available at your closest pharmacy or big grocery store. Now, if you choose to get a blood pressure monitor, you want to make sure you get yourself one that is easy to use and read. And it usually takes 30 to 60 seconds to check your blood pressure. And at the end of this module, you will see a short video where I walk you through the entire process of checking your blood pressure yourself. Obviously, avoid the medical grade blood pressure monitors unless you know how to use them properly on yourself. And I included some options right below this video. Click the links and get yourself one if you choose to get one. Step 5, schedule your onboarding call. And before you do, you want to make sure that you complete the entire module and the assignments. You want to make sure that you stay focused and eliminate any distractions while you're here watching this intro module. The link will be accessible at the end of this module, the onboarding call link. So let's do a quick recap before you move on to the next training. The first thing you need to do is join the private Facebook community for the VIP members and watch that intro video and introduce yourself using the prompts that I'm sharing with you in that video. The second thing is fill out the nutrition questionnaire and the starter questionnaire so we can go ahead and start customizing your program. Third step, get the tools needed to track your progress. You need a food scale, you need a body measure tape, you need a you don't need a body composition monitor, but you need a body weight scale and a blood pressure monitor if you need to lose more than 50 pounds. You want to make sure that you have that in your household. And lastly, schedule your onboarding call after you complete this entire module. I'll see you in the next training video.